1811 यही कंज्यूमर हेल्पलाइन।
जागो ग्राहक जागो।
This is Face the Nation, broadcasting live from the CNN IBN headquarters in New Delhi with Sagarika Ghosh.
Hi there. Now, Mark Twain once said, it's very easy to give up smoking. I've done it myself hundreds of times. Today is World No Tobacco Day and people are finding it difficult to give up smoking. In India particularly, smoking is up among women and young people. Now, tobacco accounts for high levels of cancer, yet people continue to consume cigarettes and tobacco products. Should the government impose a draconian ban, or does the public have the right to make a choice about a product which may be unhealthy, but it is legal? Let's discuss that after this report on how the government has watered down pictorial warnings on cigarette packets.
New, stronger pictorial warnings will finally appear on tobacco products this December. But cigarette packs won't have the harsher warning that Health Minister Ghulam Nabi Azad himself had publicized in March 2010.
Chewing tobacco is much more dangerous. 26% of population is using chewing tobacco.
The warnings will be changed every 2 years instead of annually as the ministry had earlier decided. So has the government been influenced by the $4 billion a year tobacco industry? CNN IBN has accessed 2 RTI queries by the Voluntary Health Association of India that revealed there was pressure on the health ministry, even from within the government. First, this letter from the Union Law Minister Veerappa Moily to the Health Minister on a Congress committee letterhead forwarding a representation from the tobacco industry in his constituency.
Very senior ministers had written telling the ministry that, there are interests involved here and please take a measured decisions on this.
The Law Minister was not reachable for comment. The second RTI revealed that even before the cabinet meeting last December, an informal meeting was held on 3rd of November by Finance Minister Pranav Mukherjee, Urban Development Minister Jaipal Reddy, the then Civil Aviation Minister Praful Patel and the Health Minister Azad. The minutes of the meeting show a decision was made in favor of the tobacco industry to water down the warnings and delay their attrition.
The bigger issue that these RTIs reveal are the violation of the FCTC treaty. It's a tobacco control convention that India had signed way back in September 2003. Now, according to Article 5.3 of this treaty, the government in effect cannot consider any representations nor have interactions with the tobacco industry while forming any tobacco control policies. Clearly, it's been violated.
Rotation has been delayed for 2 years now, right? And this is what the tobacco industry has also been asking for. Do you think the FCTC treaty is being violated here?
No, we have taken the permission and we went to the cabinet and there were reasons for that.
Will the watered down norms be enough to deter 10 lakh Indians who die of smoking related cancers every year? In New Delhi, Shalini.
Should tobacco be declared illegal and be banned? Joining us to discuss that, Seema Gupta, Regional Director of Voluntary Health Association of India, Prahlad Kakkar, Executive joining us, Ken Ghosh, filmmaker is joining us, Dr. R.R. Kasliwal, Chairman of Preventive and Clinical Cardiology at the Medanta Center, and right in our studio, Sriram Khanna, Managing Trustee of Consumer Voice. Thanks everyone very much indeed for joining us. The initial results of our SMS and web poll. The question we are asking you, World No Tobacco Day, have anti-tobacco campaigns in India been a failure? Because given all those tobacco campaigns, smoking is still going up. 85% are there saying yes. Let's kick it off with Sriram Khanna. It's the pictorial warnings, as our report was showing, that have been watered down by the government. Yeah. The report was suggesting that due to the pressure from big tobacco, they've been watered down. If they were stronger, it would deter smoking. Do you believe that people would see the pictorial warning and be put off smoking?
See, one of the ways to reduce tobacco consumption is to create an awareness in the society that consumption of tobacco, whether it's a cigarette or a bidi or gutka, is dangerous for human health, and and the stark reality of the tobacco-related cancer and other diseases is incontrovertible evidence. And unless this comes home to everybody, every day, in all parts of the country, the consumption is not.
What I'm saying is a pictorial warning enough?
See, pictorial warning is just one way of telling people that it's bad for you. You know, we've had for 20 years before that statutory warning: tobacco is smoking for injurious for health. It didn't have any impact. So the law banned all forms of tobacco advertising, okay, and placement of tobacco, you know, in the mass media, etc., as a consumption pattern. But it has not had much effect. You need to do positive, you know,
awareness campaigns. But Dr. Kasliwal, how far are the awareness campaigns actually hitting people who are consuming tobacco products? Because it could be argued that the really virulent forms of mouth cancer are caused by gutka, by bidi, by tobacco chewing, not necessarily by cigarettes. Or are they all same?
No, they're all the same. But you know, most importantly, I think all the campaigns point to the fact that smoking causes cancers. But let me tell you that one of the biggest killers of smoking is actually coronary artery disease, or heart attacks as we call them. Number one. Number two, it also causes a very debilitating peripheral vascular disease, which can lead to gangrene of the extremities or the feet. Apart from that, it causes a disease wherein you can't open your mouth, something called submucous fibrosis. So I think that smoking causes a whole plethora of disease processes, not only to the human who's taking it, but also he then passively, his family members and the people around him are also at a great risk. So I think this message, I don't think has gone to the public in the way it should.
So it's heart disease as well as other dreadful illnesses that are caused by smoking. But Prahlad Kakkar, I want to read out to you and play devil's advocate and read out to you somewhat a viewer has written to me. Tobacco is a legal product. I have the right to decide for myself whether I want to partake or not. There are lots of things I come into contact every day in my life: alcohol, food, cigarettes, which are health hazards, a lot of things that aren't good for my health. But we need to decide for ourselves. The government cannot ban these products. How do you go along with that?
I go along with it completely, because it's a matter of choice. But two, as one of the gentlemen said, that we have to get across to the public that this is bad for them. Unless we get this across in a proper manner, and convince a large amount of the kids who are actually switching on to smoking, I don't think we will ever succeed.
But Prahlad, let me ask you,
but
I beg your pardon, but let me ask you, does anyone smoking actually think it's good for them? Everybody knows it's bad for them, right? But they're still smoking.
No, everybody knows it's bad for them. Everybody knows it's bad for them. No. You see, there has to be an emotional, medical approach to this whole problem. That are you keeping alive just for yourself? Are you being selfish by conducting yourself in this manner? Or are there a whole lot of people around you which are affected by what you do, including your children? So if you are going to approach people to be responsible, and right now, believe me, if they smoke because they want to, not because they're forced to.
Right, and they want to smoke. Seema Gupta, you're the Regional Director of the Voluntary Health Association of India. Respond to what Prahlad Kakkar is saying, that people want to smoke, therefore they smoke. Therefore, the effort to stop smoking should focus on awareness campaigns and not on asking the government to come up with draconian measures and pictorial warnings and being a nanny state and banning all forms of tobacco use. Perhaps it should be much more on awareness, not on banning the product.
Yeah, I agree, but you know, the point is that we have almost 27 crore people who use tobacco in some form or the other in this country, and we are a large population. So, you know, reaching out to such a large population is a draconian task in itself. And let me tell you, the government has definitely not done enough. You know, we have a National Tobacco Control Program, which is the only program by the government which only reaches to 42 districts of this country. So obviously there are not enough awareness programs. I do agree that people have to make informed choices, but there is a task, a very big task in front of the government to educate people, especially the illiterate, especially the young children who get addicted at very early years. You know, we have gutka being sold for just ₹1. And even though we have a very strong act, which is the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act, we know very well that there are a lot of enforcement issues there. We are a large population. We don't have enough support. And let me say very clearly that in India, we do not have enough political support for tobacco control. And even though people know that it's something...
But let me bring you in here. What would that do to livelihoods of people employed in tobacco production?
The fact that today
there
are
I
many
just want to answer that
who
because
do not support a
that's
total
one
ban,
argument.
A total ban on tobacco. Only one reason. Because millions of farmers are cultivating tobacco in the states of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. In fact, the lobby for tobacco based on this cultivation agricultural support is far stronger than the anti-tobacco lobby. I mean, anti-tobacco, who is the anti-tobacco lobby? Some middle class people like the lady and myself, with Prahlad Kakkar putting his weight behind the tobacco barons, the entire Bollywood. Why? Because the tobacco industry earns a lot of money. They pump money in advertising, under the line advertising. They pay, the people in the film industry and all other media to promote tobacco. And Mr. Kakkar is smiling because his industry earns money from tobacco, even after a ban. Because now they are placing,
let's face it.
I just add here.
Films is taking place.
Let's face it, at the end of the day, when Shah Rukh Khan had to confront Anbumani Ramadas, the then health minister, about showing tobacco smoking on screen, he said, listen, this affects my artistic freedom. So is that artistic freedom, or is it actually the kind of money that the tobacco industry is pumping into the media?
Product placement money which tobacco companies give to the people in the film industry.
The kind of people who are shown smoking in films are always the bad guys, never the good guys.
Oh, all of them. So, I mean, come on. You just have to put a spin on that.
Not necessarily. The good guys the good guys are also doing smoking all the time.
No, but there's that phrase, isn't there, Prahlad Kakkar? I cigarette in my hand, I feel like a man. That, if you're smoking, you're cool. If a woman is smoking also, she's cool and modern. So there is that whole lifestyle accessory that a cigarette is.
I think today, socially, there's a huge movement without anybody's help, including the do-gooders and everybody else, where society itself is rejecting smoking. Where people look with a dirty look at people who are smoking. They're given little cubby holes in an airport to go and smoke. They feel like lepers. They feel like outcasts. And I think that's the best way to go as far as stopping smoking is concerned. If you look at the West today, they've cut down on almost 60% of smokers because of a social boycott.
But
why is it rising in India then? Tobacco consumption continues to rise. Tobacco companies continue to make profits in spite of all this. It is not
in our country. I think the big issue. No, 1 second.
Okay,
no, but I think in our country, we are talking.
Ms. Gupta, go ahead.
And I think we are talking of the West. Yeah, I think in the West, it's only smoking. I think in our country, we have a much larger task in hand. More people are using smokeless forms of tobacco. And therefore, there needs to be proper regulation. Under the Act, we have prohibition of smoking in public places, whereas we have nothing on chewing tobacco, and we see that increasingly people and young children are chewing tobacco.
That's a very good point. How many warnings, how many pictorial symbols is the government putting on gutka and bidi and tobacco chewing? Let's put the larger question about the media depiction actually to the filmmaker Ken Ghosh. How should films depict smoking? Should films not show smoking?
Okay, I know I'm going to get a lot of galis from my brethren, but I seriously feel smoking in films does make an impact. I know when I used to smoke, I stopped a year ago. In fact, a little aside, this is the third time I'm stopping. I earlier stopped for 8 years, then I stopped for 3 years. Now it's been 1 year and going strong. But when I used to smoke and when I saw a hero on the screen light up, and we in films tend to glamorize everything, with the lighter coming on and the cigarette being lit and the sound of the person taking a drag. And there are a lot of times I felt like smoking. So yes, cigarette smoking in films 100% makes an impact. I have not allowed it in any of the 3 films that I have
shot. Hats off to you, sir.
I have not allowed my heroes to smoke.
I wish they were more like you.
Should more people follow the example of Ken Ghosh, Prahlad Kakkar, and not go the Shah Rukh Khan way by saying that cigarettes are creative freedom? This is a mythical, this is a make-believe world in any case, so what does it matter if I smoke? Should heroes and heroines say, no, we will not smoke as a positive measure on films? Prahlad Kakkar?
Yeah, well, I think more and more people in films are not actually glorifying smoking. I think they're very conscious of it. I think since it was banned in public places, I think even the film industry to a very large extent has become...
Yes, but they are being motivated by people who pay them to depict smoking in films by product placement.
I don't think so.
Brands are doing
I
that.
don't think so.
We have information that tobacco companies are paying people in the film industry for product placement, to place their product at a point
I totally
in the story,
support that. I totally support
in the
that.
script.
And as recent as films which are coming, young heroes are being shown, and the youth of our country actually idolize these actors, and it's very difficult for them not to associate that smoking is bad for health. They think it's very stylish, and that's how. If you
there are people in the film industry who will sell their mother if they get more money. I'm sorry to say that, but that is a fact. And that is why they have no qualms about accepting money and promoting tobacco in films.
I mean, please, don't turn around and target just film industries, because everybody in this country today is ready to sell their mother for anything.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
What are we talking about?
There are some of us whose mothers are not for sale.
Even among your
some of us whose mothers are not for sale.
No, but I think the fact is that, we do idolize the Bollywood actors. You're absolutely right, Prahlad, when you say that it's not only the actors, and we all need to set an example. However, if we begin with at least the films, because, a large population in our country does watch Bollywood films, and they do depict everybody singing their songs.
Absolutely.
So, I think if we begin there, it would be really, really good, because if you can say that again and again in your films that smoking is bad and I'm not going to smoke, I think it will definitely have a huge impact. And I think if you add chewing as well, it would be a very good message to the country.
And BDs, of course. Beedies.
But it has to be voluntary.
But I'm going to have to...
It cannot be jingoistic.
Right, that's a good point.
And it has to be over a period of time where you have to actually convince everybody that, hello, there's one thing that you can do which is positive.
Right, but the point is, when you're talking about bans and you're talking about restricted use and you're talking about the government stepping in and restricting use, where does that lead you down the slippery slope towards a banning kind of policing kind of a state? Are you going to then start banning alcohol? Are you going to start banning certain foods because of the health hazards? We'll come back and talk about that after this very tiny break. On World No Tobacco Day, we're asking, why is it that anti-tobacco campaigns are a failure? Why is it that more women and more children are smoking? Let me put that to you, Sriram Khanna. Why is it that these campaigns are a failure?
Tobacco companies selling gutka, beedies and tobacco and cigarettes, after the ban on tobacco promotion, ban on advertising of all forms of tobacco, they have started a relentless campaign to woo young smokers among women and youths. And the reason is...
So tobacco is still glamorous?
It
is still a lifestyle accessory, it is still a sign of modernity.
Because they cannot advertise, they cannot put ads in the newspapers or on television.
So then how are they
Now they are spending money on Bollywood.
Image?
They are giving money to Bollywood producers and people who are creating films to depict smoking as something desirable. And that is being done as a part of conscious product placement strategy.
Kakkar, should Bollywood wake up to this? That placement strategy is happening
in
Bollywood?
They're making money. They pretend to wake up, but they're sleeping all the time.
I think it's about time they were engaged in a dialogue where it was meant as a much larger national issue, and not parochial and puritanical and jingoistic and bigoted like what the kind of argument that we are being put forward to right now, where you put everybody to the sword. Nobody is going to listen. Just this particular puritanical attitude is what makes people turn around and say, the hell with it, I'm going to smoke. And it's not about mine is bigger than yours. The whole business of smoking is all about the fact that young people have to have role models who actually turn around and say, don't smoke.
You have to stop them from starting. You have to stop people from starting, because once you start, you're hooked and you can't stop it. You have to stop people from starting.
I think I have a suggestion to make.
Not necessarily.
I have a suggestion to make. I think Dr. Kasliwal needs to invite Prahlad Kakkar to the cancer ward of his hospital and show him what is happening to cancer patients. Mr. Prahlad has not visited the cancer ward of hospitals where people are dying of cancer.
Seema, I'm coming to you. I just want to get from Dr. Klasiwal. Dr. Klasiwal, is tobacco the biggest poison? What about drinking? What about alcohol? Will there come a stage when we feel that alcohol is a health hazard? That too has to be restricted, has to be banned, has to be warnings have to be given, because people will then say this is my choice. Sorry, Prahlad?
What about sex? What about sex? Why don't these people turn around and ban that as well?
That is not the argument.
That may not be the argument, but if a product is legal, if a product is legal, but it's unhealthy, then why don't the people have the right to consume it?
If the parliament can ban it, but the only reason it is not being banned is because there are millions of farmers
on the health issue. Let me get you on the health issue, Dr.
Can I just talk about, now that we are there on the livelihood issue, can I?
No, just a second, Seema. Let me just get Doctor in on the health, and then I'll come to you on livelihood. Very quickly, on health.
Okay.
May I tell you, the whole issue about what smoking can do has totally been diluted because of Bollywood and other things that have been discussed.
No, I want you to tell me, is it worse than drinking? Is it worse than other fatty foods? Is it worse than the other kind of consumption items that people are doing? Is it much worse? Is tobacco much worse than all of these things?
Tobacco is much worse.
Much worse.
There are 9 risk factors which account for 50% of the world's death.
Right, you said that unfortunately we're out of time on this one.
Yes.
Seema, I'm going to come to you, the livelihood issue very quickly.
Yes, I totally agree with Prahlad on one point that, we need to have a very comprehensive approach to tackle this problem. Of course, one being that we need to not glamorize it, not glamorize it with Bollywood actors, but I think we don't have sufficient cessation facilities. Even if a smoker wants to give up badly, he or she does not know where to go.
That's a very good point. Facilities.
We do not have,
facilities have to be provided at every stage of people wanting to give up. Unfortunately, we are completely, sorry.
Those are not available. No, we have only 18 tobacco cessation centers in the entire country, and they are housed in cancer hospitals. So it's a big taboo for people to go to a cancer, hospital and go and talk about.
But that's a very good point you make. If people want to give up smoking, there should be lots more centers where they can go and give up smoking. Unfortunately, we don't have time for anything more on this.
Just a small thing also. I think we need to have a strong political will. Currently, the industry has bought over very high-profile ministers here in this country, and I think.
Right, the pressure of the tobacco lobby is telling on the politicians. Seema Gupta, Prahlad Kakkar, Ken Ghosh, Dr. Klasiwal, Sriram Khanna, thanks very much indeed. Why are anti-tobacco campaigns a failure? Are they a failure? In fact, 86, yes. Thanks for watching.